Today's video was sponsored by Pop Culture Zone Pressing Services. If you need your comic books pressed, I personally vouch for Pop Culture Zone as being one of the best professional companies in the game, offering hands down the lowest prices out there. Services start at only $9.99, and every order placed will receive free fast track turnaround times. Even though I press comics for my personal collection, whenever I need a professional press for my key comics, I send them off to Pop Culture Zone, and every single book that I've received back, every single one, has had results that have exceeded my expectations, and I am sure that they will exceed your expectations as well. Make sure you go check the link in the description below to head over to their website, popculturezone.com, for complete details on services and how to begin your order. What is going on, YouTube? Chris with Journals, Comics, and Pop Culture. This video today is basically a follow-up to a video that I published on my channel just a few days ago about dry pressing. Now, for those that don't know, that video is actually 1 year old. Sometimes I will re-release older videos for newer viewers to have easier access to check them out. I pressed that book 1 year ago, and I just want to shed some light on some things that were brought up in the comics about how if you dry press a book, a comic will revert back to the way it was. And if you guys watched that video, this is the book right here. I literally just pulled it out of my box, just pulled it out of this bag and set it down right here. Here's the thing. This idea that comic books will revert back to however crinkled or bent up they were, there is some facts to this because of paper and basically the molecular structure of paper. But the thing is that people need to remember is when a book gets bent up or rolled up, that's not the paper's original state. Okay? So this is only foolproof if you're talking about the original state of the paper molecules. This is why we add moisture and humidity to pressing books, though, because I don't want to say completely eliminates it, but it eliminates it even more, the molecules from going back to a previous state. Adding humidity and moisture really allows the book's molecules within the paper to settle down in this new flat state. But I'm showing you guys right here, this is the book that I did a dry press on. When I was done doing that dry press, I put it in this bag and board, and I put it in my collection, and it's sitting practically just as flat as it was when it came out of that dry press. I never did anything else to this book ever again. I never added moisture to it. Just like I said in that video, there's a little bit of flailing in the corner because there's creases there, and that's just normal. Now, if there's any waviness in the book where it's like, oh, well, it doesn't sit completely flat because it goes like that, a little like that. I mean, look, it's paper. When you buy a book right off the shelf and it's brand new, actually, because of the paper quality these days is even lower quality than it was in the 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. You see even more waviness in brand new books. So I'm just here to show you guys that dry pressing is a valid option to help out your books. I use humidity. I use moisture. Okay? And it doesn't take a lot for folks to invest in a way to add moisture to your pressing services or your pressing techniques. But again, this is a dry press 1 year later. And again, remember this book was like bent up over here. It was bad. It looked like somebody ran it over with a truck or something. There's somebody like sat on it for was sitting on it for months, and it was just whoop. So again, this is a dry press 1 year later, sitting super flat. And yes, this is the same book because you can see the same color breaking creases in it. And no, I didn't go put in a press again and lie on my channel. I get nothing out of trying to lie to you guys. I'm just here to provide you guys with knowledge and tips and examples of anything related to comic books. And pressing is something that I love doing, and I love sharing my techniques. There are people out there that think that pressing is something that we should monetize and that we shouldn't share our trade secrets. I don't care. I will tell everyone what I do. I will tell everyone what I do. I'm not here to write a book and publish it on Amazon, and when I go on their the author's Facebook page and say, "Hey, nice job, I pressed a book this way," and then I get blocked. That's not me. Yeah, and yes, that really happened. I'm not going to say no names, but again, I'm not here to make money off of telling you guys how to press. 1 year later, from a dry press. So, would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. People continue to want pressing tips. Any questions, leave them below. Any thoughts, leave them below. Appreciate you guys watching. Be well, and until next time.